Good morning, Dixon team. This is Othar here from Iguana Services. Today's video is about 165 Pulaski Street. As you know, I conducted the investigation last week, and here's my findings. It's a rubber wall. It looks like they dug down the basement here a little bit, and they exposed to the groundwater elements. The groundwater is everywhere along these lines, along this line. It basically is entering from every single corner in the back. This is groundwater. I don't see any other visible evidence on the wall for the leak. The ceilings look fine, everything looks fine. Then there is a wall damage here, but it's wet, but it's relatively dry. It won't be like, look how much water is here. And it's wet, but it's nowhere near what it should have been for this amount of water. No, it's groundwater up here. As infrared scan shows, it's a groundwater. For some reason, you have increase of groundwater presence along these lines. Specifically here, you have a lot in these areas, those areas, a lot. You have some here as well, along this line. Yeah, for some reason you have very high increased groundwater level. So what could problem solve? You know, what could solve is we can't stop the groundwater from coming. You just have to direct the water. So what would solve is by creating a few, just taking out the slab completely, remove the slab, put the proper slab with the 6mm plastic underneath, drain pipes, put a few drain pipes in here, direct the drain pipe towards the sump pump right in here, and right in here, sump pump. No idea if it works, but let's check it out. The sump pump. I mean, sump pump does something, but it just leveling of the floor is completely wrong. Like, there's no pitch towards the drain, and of course over this area you will have to create a pitch. I mean, you can't stop groundwater from coming in. There is no way you can stop it. Groundwater. You have to direct it. Without, if you do the wall, it's a rubber wall, and there's no way. So when you look at the backyard, you'll see the buildings next door on both sides don't have a yard drain, and the water from both sides is being drained through our small drain in the backyard, 3-inch drain, which is kind of crazy for the amount of water. Now you see the next door, there's no patio, nothing, it's just a bunch of garbage, and the water goes into the basement. You can't fix it, you can't fix neighbors' yards, I understand that, but so see what happens when you have a rain. The rain collects a lot of water on our backyard, and you see the algae on the wall here, that's evidence of a lot of water presence here. Behind the fence as well, there's a big gap between our building and the next door building, which is like a water collector, a water pool. So all the water is being collected there and pushed down to the basement and into the foundation. This is the small area drain that we have. It's a 3-inch drain we have here that needs to be enlarged and made bigger. So these are my findings for 165 165 Pulaski Street in Brooklyn. So backyard drain needs to be enlarged. The pipe, 3-inch pipe is not sufficient. We gotta put in at least 5-inch pipe there. And we gotta create a water collector, or maybe we can go with the trench drain. Also, the backyard patio, that the concrete slab needs to be demoed, and so the water can be directed to the drain. Now it's flat, and the water is kind of all over the place. Also, on the sides between our fence and neighbor's fence, we gotta, on the left side, when you go to the backyard, on the left side, we gotta do something to stop water being collected there. This is like one of the biggest water lake spots in the basement, and so that it has to be eliminated. It has to be infilled with the concrete or something, so there's no water being collected there. This is not gonna solve the problem of water entering the basement, but this is gonna make it less of the problem. In the basement, unfortunately, we gotta add few area drains, so you cannot stop water coming in. I mean, it's already jeopardized. We can slow it down and manage with better water management. We're directing water to the sump pump and pumping it out. But unfortunately, the technology is limited to the existing buildings and what can be done there. That's pretty much it about the project. So I estimated it to cost took about 3 weeks to a month to do, and estimated cost would be approximately $42,000 to $48,000. The whole thing, the basement slab and backyard slab and all that. Thank you very much, and have a great day.